So the third place I was in was called Virrey del Pino, and it's in kind of a collection where it's all generally known as Catan, and that's one of the more infamous areas of the mission for just being really poor and really dirty and dangerous, even though I actually never had any problems there. And one thing there is that I think in the whole area there was one or two streets that were paved. It was almost all dirt roads, and they weren't very well maintained, so it was already always interesting when it would rain because the streets would just absolutely flood. And after a while I actually had to invest in a good pair of like rain boots and that just improved things a lot because it was much better than walking around with your socks wet. But for even though that area was really dirty and gross, it was a really good place because, again, since people were so poor, they were really wanting to listen and improve their lives, and it was one of the areas where you had the most success. And it was also one of my biggest areas. Like, we really only worked in about half of it just because there was really no even way to get to the other side without taking 3 hours of your day to walk there. Weather. So one of the things is it does rain a lot in Argentina. So it rains a lot in summer and in winter, but they're very different kinds of rain. So in winter, it's almost a constant just drizzle, and it's cold and humid, so you really have to bundle up because it just feels really cold. But then when summer comes, there were literally days where we would leave the apartment and be bright, sunny, not a cloud in the sky. And then at noon, it's pouring rain, like this just huge torrential downpour, and we're soaked to the bone. And 5 minutes later, it's sunny again, and there's no clouds whatsoever. And the only sign of rain was that the streets were still flooded. So it was very interesting that the weather would change so quickly.